Hey everybody, welcome to Balarat. My name's Melissa, I'm a Balarat teacher. We're at the ranch house today and we're gonna bake some Pioneer biscuits.
So as you're making your Balarat Pioneer biscuits today, we ask that you do this with an adult, parent, guardian, older sibling who's at home, who can be in the kitchen to help you, especially because you're gonna be working around a hot oven. Hi, I'm Becky. I'm here with Melissa today at Balarat, and we're working together to show you how to make some Pioneer biscuits. And Melissa and I are practicing social distancing while we do this. So we're taking turns on adding ingredients. This is kind of a tradition at Balarat. If you've been a fifth grader at Balarat before, or maybe not, you might have come to the ranch house and made these Pioneer biscuits. And the biscuits do represent a food item that would have been commonly made, prepared, and eaten by the Pioneer families. The ingredients that we're using today are ingredients that you actually have at home. So we thought if you watched our video and if we provided you with the recipe, you might like to try to make your own Balarat Pioneer biscuits in your own kitchen. So we've got our ingredients here, some of them are behind me in the pantry. And we have the tools we need. Now at home, you're gonna use a bowl from your kitchen. At Balarat, we use plastic bags because it allows us to clean up much easier with fifth graders. And the first dry ingredient on our recipe is flour, and we need 1.5 cups of flour. So I'm actually gonna find my cup that says half cup. And in order to get 1.5 cups of flour, how many of these do you think I'm gonna need? This is a half cup, and I need 1.5 cups of flour total. So when we're doing a recipe, when we're following a recipe, we want to be pretty accurate with our ingredients. So I'm going to make sure I have a nice half scoop. If you thought about my last question, you might have figured out that we're going to need 3 half cups. 3 half cups equals 1.5 cups of flour. So that was 1. I need to resupply our flour here. Now we got our flour from Safeway, but where do you think the Pioneer families, they couldn't go to Safeway to buy their flour. Where do you think they would get their flour? Or some Pioneer families would use something along the lines of cornmeal. How would they get that if they couldn't just get to the grocery store on a regular basis to buy those ingredients? What do you think?
Alrighty, next on the ingredient list, we have sugar, and you all need to be putting in 2 tablespoons of sugar to make these biscuits awesome. Just like Becky was saying, making sure they're full and even scoops. Great.
Okay, we're gonna add our final 2 dry ingredients. And we do need 1/4 teaspoon salt. If you've ever watched a baking show before, sometimes you see the baker add a pinch of salt, and that's about 1/4 teaspoon. So there's our pinch of salt. And then we need to add baking powder. What do you think baking powder is gonna do for our biscuits? Have you ever used baking powder before? A spoon of baking powder. So I'm gonna make sure I've got the right one. There we go. And if you had a chance to think about it, the baking powder is gonna help our biscuits rise. So they won't be flat like a pancake. They should be nice round biscuits.
Alrighty, so now it's time to add our wet ingredients so that we can stir it all up and throw it in the oven. First things first, we're going to do 1/2 cup, and it has to be super duper full to the very top. 1/2 cup of water, pour that in. Try not to make a big mess like I always do in baking. Next, right here, we have 1/4 cup of milk, which we'll add to our bag and you'll add to your bowl.
So our final wet ingredient is vegetable oil. And this is something that you would have in your cabinet, vegetable oil. Pioneers, again, we're not able to go to Safeway and buy their vegetable oil. So how do you think they got an oil into their biscuit recipe? What do you think they could have used back in 1860?
Alrighty, so this is our bag. We tied it up. We're giving it a good old squeeze, mixing all the ingredients. You obviously are going to be stirring it all up in your bowl, making sure it's all well mixed. And then what you're going to do is you are just going to scoop out little spoonfuls of the biscuit into your pan and make little biscuits. Here at Balarat, traditionally we do Squeeze biscuits after spraying the pan with Pam.
So we did spray our pan with a non-stick spray, and Melissa is doing what we call drop biscuits. And you can of course use a spatula or a spoon or a wooden spoon at home and make those biscuits. And if you make them about the size of a golf ball or a ping pong ball, then you could all have them pretty equal in size and shape. And if they're about that size, it won't take too long for them to cook as well. So we are using an old Pioneer wood stove, and you can see the flames of the fire in that one little window there. It's the firebox, and that's actually going to generate enough heat to bake our biscuits. So Melissa's going to go ahead and put our pan of biscuits in the oven. At home, you probably want to set your oven at like 350 or 375. And if you're going to set your timer at home, maybe start off setting it for 8 to 10 minutes, but you want to check on your biscuits, just like we're going to need to check on our biscuits today. We don't have a timer. These old Pioneer wood-burning ovens did not have any electricity and definitely no timer, so we're going to check our biscuits about every 2 minutes. All right, so we think our biscuits are finished baking. So we're going to carefully take them out of the oven. We're going to set them on the counter on the table here. We got to let them cool first before we touch them.
The final product here, we have a delicious Balarat biscuit.
At home, you might want to try it with some butter or jelly or honey. But they're so delicious, you can even eat them plain.